This matchmaking agency reached out to me a few months ago on Instagram, just like asking if I wanted to be part of like their female like database in case they have any like male clients that would be a good fit. And I was like, yeah, sure. It's a legit high-end matchmaking agency. I did the whole interview thing, and they've reached out to me twice now with like great potential matches, and they like describe the guy, and he's like, you know, obviously super successful, wealthy, and like really well-rounded. And I'm like, great, how old is he? And they're like, oh, he's 48. Both times he's 48. I'm like, I'm not dating someone 20 years older than me. Like, and I already told them that. I'm like, I don't care who it is. I don't care how they are 20 years older than me. It's a no-go. 10 years older is really my max. Like 12 years at the absolute max. Does anyone have any success stories with matchmakers?
Well, this is what men are trying to tell you. The men that you want are probably a little bit older. Like the dudes that have the money that you're looking for, I should say. They're probably a little bit older, a little bit more established in their career. Y'all are dating in a fantasy world. Y'all are delusional about what's actually out here.
Is it pathetic to admit that I want to be in love? That I want a boyfriend? Like, is that pathetic? Because every time I mentioned it to someone, and I was just talking to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I'm tired of like doing stuff alone. Like, I'm tired of being independent. Like, I just want a man to like open the door for me and like help me carry my groceries. And she's like, Sari, like, what? Like, you're fine. And I'm like, I'm like, am I desperate? I don't think I'm desperate. Is that like too much to ask for? Is that embarrassing? Because like, I don't know if that's embarrassing or not. Like, I'm fine admitting that. But like, when I say that to other people, they're like, what? And I'm like, is that like anti-feminist? Like, I don't know.
Dating should not be this hard. Wanting to know if it's okay for you to like somebody. This is not the way that it goes. I'm sorry that your mom failed you. This is what happens to our young ladies. They ask normal questions. They like men, but then they are misguided by this feminist nonsense. Just say, no, I think maybe, actually, let's get some takeout. Let's talk about it tonight when you get home, so I can explain to you some things to look out for and some things that you're going to want in a man. And if you have a dad or if you have a grandfather, I'll talk to Pawpaw and have him come around and let you ask him some question about some fellas. And when you meet a nice young man, you'll go over to him and let him check him out, so everything is on the up and up. That's the way the conversation should have gone. Your mom is not to be trusted.
I am 29 years old and I literally have like no friends. And the reason I'm sharing this here on TikTok is because I have been seeing some discourse on here about girls who are in their late 20s who are just openly talking about this. And yeah, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not alone. I am a part of this group of girls who are in their late 20s who don't have friends. And one of the reasons why I feel like I don't have friends is partly my own fault, because I have been traveling the world. I have been living abroad for the last couple of years, and I understand that, you know, friendships take work. It goes both ways, and it's been just difficult to nurture those relationships. And I literally have like 2 friends who I just talk to here and there, not really much. Like, I definitely don't have like a bestie who's like who I'm always talking to. But it's just been something that like has been weighing on my mind. As you know, I just turned 29. I'm going to be 30 next year. I think about it, I'm like, wow, I'm going to hit that age soon where I do want to get married soon, maybe in my mid 30s, and you know, have a baby. And I can't imagine like not having friends or a circle of people who love me and support me around me. And I don't know, it just kind of makes me sad, even though I am very independent and I never felt like I needed a big group of friends. But it would be nice. It would be nice. For anyone who is in London, I'm currently living in London and I'll be here for the next 6 months. If you are here and you like to take content, you like to go to Pilates, maybe you're an entrepreneur, you like fitness, let me know. If you like exploring new things, shopping, please let me know. Let's be friends, because I'm feeling pretty lonely.
But a man will say something like this, and they'll automatically have somebody in the comments talking about, and who built the system? The patriarchy did this to you. The patriarchy hurts everybody. Hashtag male loneliness epidemic.
Modern women do not respect men and will humiliate them as they see fit. The days of women revering their husbands and treating them with dignity and respect are over. In 2025, women are going to sleep around. Promiscuity is a part of the modern woman's pathology, and it's never going to go away. In 2025, there is no reason to argue with a pro-life person about the issue of it's pointless. They are never going to change their minds, and women will fight and die for the ability to get in, regardless of how I feel about it. If I meet a woman and she's a whore, there's no saving her, so don't even try. The latest issue I've had to accept is modern women do not respect men and will humiliate them as they see fit. The days of women revering their husbands and treating them with dignity and respect are over. This is especially true on social media. Women will air out their relationship business all over TikTok and Instagram without a thought as to how it will affect their man. It doesn't matter if the guy is a bum or if he is high value. The average man has to worry if their girlfriend or their wife will run their mouth for attention and likes.
Facts. Going straight back to the recent example of a woman getting online, talking about how she was thinking about getting a divorce, and 22 when she got married, 32 now, wants her life to be more than what it is, I guess. Says her husband is perfect. Good looking guy. She showed us what he looked like. Guy's not overweight. He runs. Looks like he's a good father, good husband by her own admission, and still talking nonsense. And even in the face of men and women saying, please take this down. There's other ways to go about this. You can get counseling. She kept pressing on and kept posting videos. Showed him the video. Was like, oh, he's okay with it. They have no respect. They literally have no respect for their husbands.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
I swear to God, the next time someone asks me what brings you here on a dating app, I'm gonna say community service. The judge told me to talk to emotionally unavailable men for 6 weeks. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
If you don't know who I am, I just love the single 30-year-old woman about how hard dating is, because it is hard, okay? But I'm seeing all these TikTok comments saying, you know, men are leaving women alone because women want to be left alone, blah, blah, blah. I think that most men just don't get the point of like, oh, let's have common sense and see when a woman wants to be approached or not. It's not that we don't want to be. I can't even get through this because I actually don't want to be approached. Seriously, get away from me. You guys don't have common sense of like reading the room. If I'm squatting on a squat rack at the gym, get the f in my face. Seriously, leave me alone if I'm pumping gas and you're trying to hit on me at the gas station. That's called a cat call. It's like, get the f out. If I'm at a coffee shop and there's people around me, shoot your fucking shot. Shoot your fucking shot. I might tell you I have a boyfriend, but that's a quick, easy way, and that's the worst that can happen, right? Then you move along. That's the problem, men. Move the f along. If that response is given, move the f along. Good men, you can blame the weirdo men for women trying to just protect themselves. Seriously, I'm not trying to be attacked. I think that men should understand when a woman might feel a little bit vulnerable. I just don't think it's that hard. So the men that are like, well, women don't want to be approached anymore, maybe you're doing it in the wrong way, and we need to open our eyes and have a little common sense and be like, if I was a woman, we're just walking around this earth scared as fuck all the time. If I was a woman, would I want to be approached right now in this moment while she's doing the bab doctor? No. Okay, leave me the f alone. It's written all over our faces. I don't understand why like y'all don't see that. And if I tell you that I'm not interested from the beginning, from the get-go, I'm good, thanks, or blah blah blah, move along. Take a hint. But now no man is shooting their shot because they're all scared and they're not doing it the right way and they don't know how to do it. Well, I'm telling you right now, public places, if the woman looks like she's open to having a conversation or whatever, do it. If she's busy, maybe leave her the f alone. If she's secluded, leave her the f alone. I don't even know if I want to post this because I don't even know if I want to be approached by a man. Seriously, like it's scary. It's a scary thought. I'm trying to help. I'm not even helping myself. I don't know. Figure it out. I don't know.
But that's just a thing, though. Men are tired of this math equation that you guys got going on. In the same video, I thought, I really did, it was going to be leave us alone. That was going to be the video. But then in the same video, you're like, then y'all are not going to be approaching us. you need to learn how to approach right. Okay? So don't approach me, but approach me. What? So how do you want a man to approach you? Where do you want a man to approach you? What do you want a man to say to approach you? Because I can guarantee pretty much you said nothing. All that you said is not going to help a man out. Just being honest with you. The stuff that you said today is not going to help a man out. You just ranted, which is what most modern women do. They just rant about what they don't like about what men are doing. Don't approach me here. Don't do this. Don't do that. And a lot of times your emotions gets the best of you. Let me stop and say, I understand the frustration behind it. And so do most good men. They do. That's why they're not approaching. That's why you keep on getting the bums, because they don't care. That's why you keep on getting the guys that basically they're disrespecting you. They're in your personal space. They're not listening to boundaries because they don't care. They didn't care before you said it. They don't care why you're saying it in their face. And they're not going to care after you say it. They're bums. That's their genetic makeup. Bumanometry. That's it. And so you're talking to bums, telling bums not to approach you. They're going to keep on doing it because they have nothing else to do but be a bum. That's what they're here for. So you're talking, where are all the good men at? Away. Working at the gym. Having a nice sandwich and a soup at Panera Bread. That's where they are. Away from women screaming and hollering on the internet. Don't approach.
To those of you that keep commenting on, oh, she's probably single. Yeah, that's because I've seen literally every single side to men. Married men, men in relationships, men with multiple girlfriends, men with multiple wives. I've seen literally every single side to men, and that is why I choose to be single. May the best one win. Seriously, with the dates that I go on and the gifts that I receive, it's a race. Actions speak louder than words. I'm telling you, a lot of girls that you see are single, they choose to be single. It is not hard to go out there and settle. It is not that hard to go out there and manage to get yourself into a relationship. Trust me, I know, I used to be a serial dater. It was so easy for me to hop into relationships. You can literally ask any one of my friends. Oh, Danielle always has a boyfriend. This is the longest that I've been single. That's because I'm at a point in my life where the next person I'm going to be with is going to be my husband.
I really hope that's true. But with y'all's attitudes and the way that y'all be out here moving around, I don't know how long it's going to take you to get to your husband if you ever find him.
Okay, I'm still giggling at this. I went out with a couple girlfriends last night. We're at the bar and we're talking about who at the bar we think's cute. And I'm like, oh, I think this guy's really attractive. He's so cute, but I'm not going to go. I just was like, oh, whatever. And he actually ended up coming over later and we were chatting and he bought me a drink. We kind of hit it off. It was fun. And then, the bar was closing. We were going home and he got my number and he was like, oh, he was with some friends and he was like, we're going to do like a after at my place if you guys want to come, blah, blah, blah. One of my girlfriends that I was with, she has a dog. So we're like, okay, we're going to go home, check on the dog and we'll let you guys know. We didn't really have any intention of going back out. Like the night was supposed to end. That was that. But he texts me and he's like, you guys should come over. And I let him know, oh, you know what? We're actually like tied up here. I don't think we're going to leave. We're going to stay in with the dog. This is what he says. I was so confused. He says, horrible text. You girls should come over. We're having a time. You're fun and add great value. So my friend and I are like, what the hell? If we weren't coming before, but now, no, definitely not. I'm just like so confused. So I just never respond. I'm like, whatever, I'm never gonna see this man again. And then today he texted me later in the day and was like, hey, great to meet you, blah, blah. I also just want to clarify that was the best that my friends came up with. And I'm like, what? Apparently he asked his friends to help him craft a message that was like clever and funny, something, I don't know, because we were going back and forth a lot. We were talking and that's what they came up with. One, it's so bad. You add great value. Like, what? And two, it was just so endearing because that's totally something the girls are doing. Like, help me craft this message. What do we say? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like,
for that, we'll get a response. I don't think there's any end game here, but I just think that was so funny.
I mean, there's a couple of things here. He's trying to make a connection with you. He's trying to tell you, first of all, don't worry about anything. Hey, just come hang out with us. I really, really like you. Come be with us. Come chill. Come hang. And then the next thing is he wanted to make sure that you were seen. So he said you add value. When y'all think that, oh man, I ain't really doing nothing out here. No, man, come on. You got something to say. You bring value to the table. Come on. But instead, it sounds like y'all second guessing yourselves. Oh, the old girl. No, nah. That's how you ruin a chance at a relationship. This is another prime example.
I didn't even have my first kiss till I was 24 years old. Just using this comment so y'all can find this video, but nothing against this girl, she's quoting me. All I am saying is y'all are strict as hell. Let's say, was I expecting the comments to turn on me so bad? No, I just gotta laugh. I am also very, very strict, but I have noticed a lot of my strictness has actually been self-protection, fear of rejection. And I think that's why I have been single as long as I have, because as soon as I feel the slightest energy change or I feel the slightest little thing, I will cut somebody off, like before I even get them a chance. Maybe I pivoted a little bit too much to the left and gave too much of a chance. At the same time, I do find we can sometimes cut people off prematurely. Texting, sure, could have been a red flag, but to me, I grew up in cultures where people got engaged within 3 months. So my gauge on what is completely normal is really not there. Like I said, I didn't grow up casually dating. The two people that I've dated told me they loved me before I was even officially their girlfriend. One told me on our first date, and one told me before our first date he was in love with me. Oh, mind you, both those people were people I either was talking to for a while. One of them was a long distance boyfriend, so we didn't get to have a date till way into the relationship. The other one I knew for like 2 years prior. Young at the time, and I just thought this is normal. It took a long time not dating after my last really bad relationship because I was just like, if I don't heal, don't fix the issues for the people that I've picked, I'm going to pick the same person as my ex over and over until I learn my lesson. And I'm not perfect. I know there was red flags, whatever. But to me, honestly, with this guy's date, it wasn't that deep to me because even though, yes, marriage is the end goal for me, I'm also trying to teach myself how to be okay with rejection. Rejection scares the shit out of me. Having someone reject me and get to know me and not like me is like my worst fear. And I'm trying to work on that because I've realized that has really held me back in dating so long because it's just like I'm so scared of being rejected. I will reject someone before they can reject me just out of the fact that I don't want to be hurt. I'm realizing I cannot fall in love if I'm constantly afraid of rejection. So some of these dates that I go on, yeah, is it probably gonna be long-term? No. And was there little things before I went out with this guy? Yes. But at the same time, I'm trying to teach myself not to get too attached too soon. And I know a lot of people were giving me a really hard time, but even when I was posting on my close friend's story when this was all happening, I was like, you know what do I have to lose to go on a date with this man? Was he inconsistent? Yes. But at the same time, I look at all dating opportunities right now as to be growth. I grew up in a cult where people got engaged within 3 months. I have people I know that have gotten married within 6 because it was just so normal. I'm learning things really late. It means I'm gonna make mistakes, which means I'm going to see some behavior as some would see as weird as behavior I saw growing up. And a lot of people I knew got married off of behavior like that. I didn't grow up normal. I was in cults. I was a missionary. I didn't date. I need y'all to get off my neck. I am just a little awkward gal who just happened to have a glow up late in life, so people assume she's been in the dating game for a while and I have not. We just need a little bit of grace, y'all, because my grid for what is normal, what is healthy is just not like everybody else's. I just don't have the experiences a lot of people do. Am I happy about that? No. I wasn't allowed to date till I was 18, though my parents deny that they ever said that. Liars. And I was a goody two-shoes, so I followed all of their rules to a T. So I am unfortunately learning what you guys probably learned in high school at 29 years old. And it's horrible and it's debilitating. But a lot of the lessons that y'all learn so early in life, I never got the chance to learn. And yes, like I said, marriage is the end goal for me. But that doesn't mean I go into every date assuming this is my husband. I've only been in 2 relationships my whole life. I've had like maybe 1 situationship a year. It doesn't last beyond a month because as soon as I feel either that pull or I feel like we're not compatible, I don't waste my time, I cut it off. I appreciate people who are kindly giving feedback, but the people who are coming for me, I understand I look like I should know these things and a lot of you did know these things early on in life. I'm learning. Please don't be so mean to me. I'm just a socially awkward girl who is getting her foot in the door. Jury's still out if I'm autistic or not. I really don't know. Sometimes I wonder, but I'm just saying, I'm trying my best. One positive about my story time though is that I did have a lot of women follow me and my women audience has grown like crazy and I'm so happy to have the girls here. Hi girlies. And then the random amount of men that have also followed me, but I really appreciate you guys and I love having FaceTime calls with you. I'm hoping that I have one day a really good story to tell you that isn't full of love bombing and red flags I missed. Friends, welcome. I'm so glad to have you.
Well, I guess the good thing is that you know that there's an issue. Number 2, I think that you probably need a little bit of therapy. Number 3, I don't think that you have to go into the dating scene like, oh man, I gotta get married, You don't want to start forcing stuff, but you don't want to waste your time either, right? So I think probably as you grow, you don't want to rely on, oh, I was in the cold, I'm still learning X, Y, and Z. That's not really an excuse, just because a lot of these modern women haven't learned anything either. So you coming into the game, you're right on par. Actually, I think you might be a little bit ahead of the game because a lot of these modern women are not accountable. They're not self-aware. They think they're the main character. They think everything that they do is right and everything that the man does, the patriarchy, misogyny, everything that a man is doing is terrible. It's wrong. It gives them the ick. So the fact that there's a woman that can take some sort of accountability and have some sort of awareness of the things that they need to fix, it might work out for you in the long run. Listen, I'm not going to say that I want something bad to befall you because I literally don't. Any woman that comes on here that I review, I don't want anything bad to happen. I'm just looking and saying, with the way that you're talking, I don't think you're going to make it. You want a man to lead you. You want a man to guide you, to be a partner and companion. But with the way you're out here moving, the way you're out here acting, I don't think it's going to work. That's what happens with a lot of these modern women. But if they start at least having some sort of self-awareness as to, I really need to fix this. And it ain't got nothing to do with a man. This has to do with me. I need to fix this for me. Can you imagine how far they would get? How far along they would be in their dating journey? What type of men they would start coming in contact with? The options and the possibilities are endless, especially for some of these women who have gone to college, who have money, who are out there doing the thing. Imagine what type of man they would attract.
It's men out here that really won't let your
All
feet
we
touch
ever
the
hear
ground.
is there's men out there.
I'm not even saying that's my
Where
type.
he at?
I'm
Where
not
he
even
at?
saying that's my type.
They are
I'm just
air.
proving a
Where
point.
is he at?
Because if I tell him,
Where is he
if
at?
I tell the man, okay, my
Where
feet better
is
not
he
touch
at?
the ground, he's gonna make sure my feet don't touch that ground.
Where is he
Because I'm
at?
a queen in his
Women love to
eyes.
say, yeah, he exists. Where's he at? Where's he at?
Well, I
Why
got
you
one.
saying where he at? Like,
Where's he at? In this world that we live in, where he at? Out of all in the world that you know, whether it be a brother, a cousin, where's he at?
Listen, the whole point is that don't matter.
If you ask me where she at, I start getting in my phone.
We simple.
Where's this that they talking about? Where's he at?
We don't want him.
He's there.
Now,
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
Where's he at?
I get to ask a question. Okay. If I had a flat tire, would you A, help me fix it? Like come out, help me fix it? B, buy me a new car, or C.
There's a lot of women out here that get past 30 and realize, damn, I miss my motherfucking man. I'm single. I have no man. I'm sitting out here trying to act like I'm a boss man in front of all these dang young women, but really I'm at home. They want to hug. They by themselves. They struggling. Because it's hard to be single.
Stop approaching women you know you cannot afford. You already see the woman's lifestyle. You see how she living.
So if she's already living that lifestyle all on her own, what exactly is the issue?
You know you can't afford it. Now when she asks you for money to upkeep the lifestyle that she's already living.
Wait. What exactly are these women in these scenarios doing? Why would they be asking men for money in the first place? I thought these women were strong and independent and could do things all on their own. And obviously they've been maintaining their lifestyles beforehand. But yet they would ask men for money while they're dating. That's rather giving the impression that some women aren't as strong and independent as they want everyone else to think that they are. It's either that or they just view men as walking ATMs. So which one is it?
You want to get an attitude. Go be with your type. She's not your type.
Right. They should be with their type, shouldn't they? The type of women that actually want a relationship and don't view men as just a means to an end.
Calling you to say goodnight, bare minimum. Calling you pretty, bare minimum. Taking you on dates, bare minimum. Getting you flowers, bare minimum. Meeting your friends and family, bare minimum. Not
A lot of anger there. Those are healthy relationship behaviors she's criticizing, though. Let's talk actual bare minimums. I'm Max Butterfield, Dr. Max Butterfield. I study this kind of thing for a living. 3 main bare minimums you should look for in a relationship. Number 1, do you like him? Number 2, it's an easy one. Number 2, does he like you back? Again, simple. Number 3, is he kind to you? If you have those 3 things in place, you are 90% of the way there to a good relationship. What really gets you over the top? Are you growth oriented? That is, are you looking for each other to be perfect right out of the gate, or are you willing to put in the work to grow together instead of growing apart over time? Follow me for more insights about how to do that. And again, let's not criticize healthy relationship behaviors.
I just want to be paid what I'm worth.
You got it. WNBA lost $20 million last year, so each player owes us $138,888.89.
If he were broke, I wouldn't choose him. And not because I'm shallow, but because it's my standard. Let's be honest. If I didn't match his taste, his lifestyle, I wouldn't even be considered. So why should I ignore what matters to me? I've built a beautiful life. I've created financial abundance on my own. So yes, a man's financial stability matters to me, not because I need his money, but because I need his mindset. I need his drive, his ability to build, lead, and match what I've created for myself. And yes, I believe in love, but I also believe in alignment, and choosing wisely is part of loving wisely.
It sounds good until it doesn't. Somebody says in the comments, it's a woman now. She says, what if he just went through a tough time dealing with bankruptcy and you happened to meet him during the challenging phase? Maybe you didn't see the potential because of your high standards and decided to move on. Now, fast forward 6 months and he's turning things around beautifully. He's back on his feet and happily engaged to someone else. Isn't that something? Life has its twists and turns. But of course, she has something to say. That what if is a nice story, but I don't fall in love with potential. I move based on what's real, right? And so men are going to do the same thing, right? They're going to move based on what's real. And if you have an attitude, if you're thinking that you're going to come out here demanding certain things just because you have something, there's many a woman out there that have fallen into this pit to where they think because I built a successful business, I'm an entrepreneur, I fly all around the world, I've been to this place, I've been to that place, I have men flocking to me. That means I can come with a resume to the man that I want and say, these men want me. I'm in high demand, so you should want me. I have high standards. You should want me. I wear the best shoes and the best clothes. You should want me. Hey, I drive a nice car. I take care of myself. I'm a part of some exclusive clubs. This is the part that you say that you want me. This part that say you want me. Networking, I do it all. I'm in touch. I'm friends with powerful people. I'm emotionally intelligent, available. I communicate effectively. Not to toot my own horn, but you should want me. That man's going to look at you in your face and say, I see you. Congratulations. But I see probably about 50 to 100 of you every day in my DMs, in my face, at my job, other places that I go. So to me, and this is not to discourage you and discredit you, you're a dime a dozen, right? What makes you unique? How are you going to stand out to me? And then you're going to go back to that guy in bankruptcy 6 months later who was going through a twist and a turn. And you're going to be like, hey, do you want to have coffee? Because at that point in time, God forbid, you might have gone through a little bit of a twist and turn. That's what single mothers go through sometimes, a twist and a turn. And they want a man to accept them for what they're going through and help them move through a challenge. But if a man is going through something, then he needs to work that out. Isn't that crazy?